So as Hardy said whenever he was speaking to you, this isn't in his day job description. This isn't really in my day job description either. I'm a technology entrepreneur. I start technology companies, software companies and web companies and data centers and things with servers. I've been doing it since I was 15 years old, by the way. So I know it's possible that when you come to this school, for you to learn the technology skills and the entrepreneurial skills that you need to be hugely successful, to change not just your lot in life, where you are right now, but to literally have an effect on the world. See, technology, and sometimes we're talking about software, and sometimes we're talking about servers, and sometimes we're talking about networks, but technology is ultimately what makes the trains run. It makes the planes fly, it builds the buildings. Technology is what really creates innovation in all of the business, in all of the industries that are out there. And the students that come to our school are going to get exposed to the types of technologies, not just hands-on skills that they might need to get a job, but the kinds of technologies to go off to college, to get great engineering degrees, to become entrepreneurs, to start companies that employ people and change the world. And we want to see that happen with every single one of the students. So it's not in my day job to get involved, but I wanted to. And I wanted to also take the 600 other companies that are a part of the Illinois Technology Association that are locally based companies and make sure that they're able to get involved. So one of the things you're going to see is one-to-one mentorship. Every single student in the school is going to have somebody who has a job as a technology worker here in town that's a mentor for that student. And that doesn't just mean once every few months they call and check in. That means on a regular basis, every week, that person works with the parents and calls them up and says, hey, how's your homework going? What kind of grade did you get on that last test? Do you want to come hang out in my conference room and learn a little bit about what I do? Would you like to take a tour of the Microsoft Center and see what servers look like? It's very important to us as the private sector to make sure that we provide that kind of mentorship, that kind of apprentice model that most schools don't have. And the reason is because when you graduate, think about this for just a second. This was one of the main goals. When you graduate, we want you to know hundreds of people like me. We want you to graduate with contacts all over town. People that you're going to be able to go to work with, people that are going to help you get into college, people that are going to make sure that you finish college and graduate with the kind of skills you need to come back here and start companies. At no time in history, those of you that are in the 8th grade right now, think about this. This is a very bizarre concept, I know, because you were born right about the same time that the internet was born. Okay? So you don't know how marvelous that thing is called the internet, right? You can't imagine life without it. But at no time in history, in all of mankind, in every country on the face of the earth, going back as far as human history is recorded, at no time has there been a better time to literally change the world overnight with an idea. No matter where you are or what you started with, it doesn't matter if you've got one mom at home or both parents at home, it doesn't matter if you don't have any money, it doesn't matter if you haven't gotten a great education or not, with one idea and the sheer tenacity to follow that idea through, you can change where you are in life and have a reverberating effect on the world. Now let me give you just a couple of examples. Right here in our backyard, in Chicago, in Illinois, with nothing more than a creative idea, a couple of college students staying up late, eating pizza, came up with the idea for the web browser. Now, that was about 15 years ago, and it's changed the world. But that happened right here. Right here in this town, not too long ago, a couple of kids who really liked video games sat around one night and started programming a new video game, and it became called Halo. And now it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and I probably imagine almost everybody in the room's played Halo at one time or another, right? That happened right here. And it was just an idea that somebody had and made it into a reality. There are companies in Chicago right now that, with nothing more than a sheer idea, thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a website that helped people find jobs or buy a car or maybe make travel plans? And now those companies in Chicago are CareerBuilder.com and Cars.com and Orbitz.com, and collectively are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Those things didn't start in big companies. Those things started with one person and one idea. So technology leaps forward out of your mind with the creativity of just one idea. My question to you as you enter into this school is what idea is in you. What idea is in you that will leap forward and form technology that will change your life and change the world? I can tell you this much. Me and the 600 other volunteers, the 600 other people that are working around town are going to ask you that question every single time we see you. We're going to come into that school and into the classroom, and over and over and over again, I'm going to know what is your idea, what is going to change your life, what is going to change the world, and how are you going to use technology in ways that none of us have ever imagined or none of us have ever seen. I'm absolutely convinced that you can do that. Tonight we're going to select the winners of a lottery. It's literally pulling names out of the hat from all of the kids who have signed up that said they want to be a part of it. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to me and every single other person that's a part of putting this school together that we have to do it that way, or that we can only pick the first 150 or 60 kids that are going to be in the program. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to ride up on the elevator and see a mom and son say, I want to put my boy into this school, and know there's a chance they may not make it. So tonight, I have two messages. I'm speaking to two people. One is the folks who make it. You're going to see something up on the screen here in a minute that's literally a hat, and names are coming out. If your name is drawn, good for you. If your name is not drawn, don't give up. Don't think that this is your opportunity lost. Instead, go find somebody who believes in you. Go find somebody who will challenge you and mentor you and give you exposure to the kinds of things you need to become a technologist. And even if your name isn't in the top 150, don't give up, because there's a pretty good chance that some of the names that are in the top 150 are not going to get enrolled in this school. Because I want to sit down with each and every one of you, and so will Miss Jones, the principal, and so will everybody else in this school. And if your name is drawn, make really, really certain that you're ready for this. Because I can tell you this much. This school is going to be harder. You're going to work more hours. You've got higher expectations. And it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to get through this school than most schools that you might have chosen. So if you're not ready to rise to that challenge, if you're not ready to rise to those expectations, the thing I'll close with is this. Get out of the way. Get off of the list, because there's somebody sitting next to you who probably won't make it on that really, really deserves to be in there too. Okay? So without any further ado, I think we're going to